What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Film Read, where today we have another awesome video just for you. As always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our videos. With that out the way, let's get into today's video. So today, we have a video featuring probably one of the greatest and most popular reality shows ever aired on television. We're talking, of course, about Pawn Stars, the History Channel show that's currently in its 18th season. Quite impressive for a show featuring a simple family trade, right? Well, no. See, the thing that makes this show so special is the weird and at times extremely unique things customers bring into the shop with the intention of selling or pawning them. From where the show gets its name, and over the years they have come across a ton of weird items. That makes us wonder, what are some of your favorite items ever pawned on the show? Are you an antique person, or do you like special editions? Leave a comment mentioning some of your favorites down below. We'd love to hear it. Anyways, that got us thinking about some of the items that have been brought onto the show. Since the show is set in Las Vegas, some items might have been because of that location. Well, guys, what's Las Vegas famous for? That's right, casinos. And sure enough, when we looked into it, there have been quite a lot of casino-related items on the show. And so here's a list of our picks for some of the best casino items featured on Pawn Stars. Card trimmer. One day, a guy brought in a fairly simple-looking device to Rick Harrison, claiming it to be some sort of card trimmer device, used to, you guessed it, cheat at gambling. Vegas, am I right? And the same as last time, the magician was brought in to take a look, and as it turns out, the trimmer was supposed to cut the edge of a particular card so that when dealing it, the dealer would know which card is which, giving them the upper hand. Get it? Anyways, after some dealing, the trimmer was sold for $475, as apparently the guy's wife simply did not want the device in the house anymore. Stardust Casino Blackjack Table. Easily the biggest reason for the county's popularity, the casinos of Las Vegas are iconic, and with a century-long history of gambling, many of them come and go, and the memorabilia they leave behind can get quite valuable. And so, when Rick got a call about a guy claiming to possess a blackjack table from the Stardust, it was a big deal, as the Stardust had been one of the biggest Las Vegas icons for over 50 years, and only closed in 2006, where the customers got the table at an auction. In the end, the table was sold for a pretty decent $650, which would have been $550, but it all came down to a blackjack match, which was won by the customer, and so he got the better deal. Poker cheating device. What's the first game that pops up in your head when you think of casinos? That's right, poker. And with it having been such a lucrative business for so long, there are bound to be few who'll try to get the win any way possible. One of these attempts made its way to the show when a woman brought in what she claimed to be an antique device meant to cheat at poker. The device looked like a harness, and when the Pawn Stars brought in a magician to value the item, sure enough, it was meant to hide and bring out cards and poker chips. And with the device being from the early 1900s, it was quite a special item. And so after some haggling, the Pawn Stars got the item for $900. $5 chip. Perhaps the most iconic part of a casino other than the slot machines is the poker chip. And so it's no surprise that when a customer walked in with an original Las Vegas Club $5 poker chip, it was quite a big deal. For those of you who don't know, the Las Vegas Club is one of the oldest casinos in all of Vegas, and the chip dated all the way back to the 50s, the casino's glory days. As expected, this caught the eye of old man Richard Harrison, and after quite a bit of haggling, it was sold for $3,000. But don't let that number fool you. As part of the deal, 3 antique dolls were given to the guy as well. But Richard was happy. As it turns out, the chip was one of the only 8 surviving in the world. 1861 Gambling Kit. Although greatly popularized, in the past century with cities like Las Vegas and LA, gambling has actually been around for quite some time. And one of the ways it went back in the day was in the form of professional traveling gamblers who went town to town and bar to bar with their kits and gambled with the people around. And so, When one of these kits, dating all the way back to the 1860s, was brought onto the show completely intact, it was a field day for Rick. And with many of the pieces being made of ivory, although not all as the guy claimed, it still was pretty valuable, being sold for $3,000. Well guys, that was all we have for today. What are some of the other famous gambling moments from the show? Let us know down below. And with that, it's time to wrap it up. So if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.